Okay, let me make sure this end of this works. Okay. I see you there, Gary. Good deal. Alright, so we're halfway working here. So stand by for the Alright. Good evening, everybody. This is Jim, K6SOE, your net control for the ATV portion of tonight's net. We'll see if there's any emergency traffic at this time. Alright, are there any announcements for tonight's net? Okay, well, if you're not watching directly, there's several ways you can participate in tonight's net and still figure out what's going on. Tune in to w6cxatv.mdarc.org, or if you're watching YouTube, you can tune in to media space MDARC and check out for the live feed there. Or you can go to whereby.com/ATN and the number 1 and join us there. So that's w6cxatv.mdarc.org, media at MDARC, or whereby.com/ATN1. So that's how to see us. And if you're not watching ATV, you're just not getting the picture. Any other announcements before we do roll call? Okay, hearing none, let's go over to Fred, WB6ASU. See what's new.
Yeah, good evening, Jim and Lynette. I think I got all the buttons pushed right. Oh well, you never know. Anyway, you can also see the picture by getting a free-to-air receiver, little satellite receiver, very cheap on eBay. Put up some kind of a little antenna, 1.2 gig, and point it at Diablo. Then you'll get all 4 pictures, because we do transmit 4 video pictures off of 1 carrier up on Diablo. And then you'll get a much better picture, and hopefully the audio will be better, depending on which way Jim has the plugs set at the particular moment of watching it. Anyway, that's the preferred way of watching the amateur television. And also, if you do that, and you can see a picture, which you should be able to, if you can see Diablo, you should be able to see a picture. But once you've confirmed you can see one on a 1.2 gig receiver, then the transmit is fairly simple after that. And we can fix you right up with something, I'm sure. There's a couple more things coming up in the future here to get other ways to get on. Stan's working on it. So we'll get all that squared away. I didn't know what to do today. It was 20 degrees cooler out here than yesterday. I actually got a bunch of work done. Amazing. I don't think I've ever seen a 20 degree swing in temperature in 24 hours before. So that was rather interesting. Anyway, getting a little bit done. My B6ASU definitely stuck in a campo.
All right, Fred. Thank you for checking in tonight. And yeah, I think I've seen a 30-degree swing around here once or twice. But yeah, it sure was nice having the front door open today instead of blowing the air conditioning. So, all right. Well, thank you for checking in there, and glad you got some work done around the house there. I'm sure you've been going crazy not being able to do that. So, all right. Let's see if Chris is around tonight. W6ATV. I don't know, Chris tonight. Let's go over to Matthew. N4. All right, let's get the 2-meter running here. N4 DLA. It's your turn. All right, Matthew, thank you for checking in tonight. And we got you there, and let's see. I heard the conference bridge come up there. So let's see if that makes it available. Let's see if Patrick is around. KK6DBX, are you here for an audio check-in? Okay. I don't hear Patrick, so let's go over to Dave. WB6DTB. That was a short-lived conversation. Let's see if John is here tonight. W6DTV. John must be out boating. So, all right. Next on my list is Stan, NJ6E. Boy, the basketball game must be killing it out there. Okay, let's go over to John. ND6H. Are you there?
I am here in wonderful downtown Concord. Went up to Lake Natomas today and did a little sailing, and so it was kind of windy, but I did get to test the sails out for the latest boat with the high wind sail, so that was a plus. And unfortunately, we have heard back from PG&E, and they think that correcting a interference issue in a timely fashion is within 60 to 90 days. So this morning, the ARRL sent a letter to the CEO of PG&E advising that actually a timely fashion would be 30 days, and apparently now the FCC, Laura Smith, has been advised as well. It's rather unfortunate. It looks like this is going to go like the last time around, where it took over 2 years to get it fixed. And of course, I'm still having the same, power line interference issues at the house in Florida too. I can see that on my remote station that I have set up there. So, just having all sorts of fun with power companies. Hopefully, this letter will cause someone to understand that they need to take a little more prompt action to correct something. We will see what happens there. On the subject of Florida, I'm going to be headed off to Florida on Sunday morning. I will be there until the 8th of June, and so that'll be interesting. I noticed there was some kind of a possible tropical storm down in the area of Panama. It may come up into the Gulf, so I'm a little concerned about that, but we'll just wait and see what actually works up there. FT8 had some, I think, New Zealand, and I had Argentina again, and then some European stations. Oh, and I got my amplifier back from Electcraft, that was a nice little surprise. I didn't expect to get that before I came back. And it was not a final, it was a capacitor in the balancing circuit. And it's interesting because before it used to require 6 watts of input to put out the 75 or 80 watt I use on FT8, and now that generates over 100 watts. So I'm wondering if it wasn't messed up all along and it just finally hit a point where it stopped functioning. But anyway, so that's the radio stuff from over here. The knee continues to get better. I have done some bicycling without any issues at all, so I'm happy about that. It actually seems to be helping to improve things, so we'll keep gradually working on that. So I think that's it from over here in Concord. Jim, thanks for doing it. John, Concord ND6H.
Okay, John, thank you for checking in, and yeah, I have to say that I've got an S9 noise on 40 meters that showed up here a while back, and I'm not sure if it's my neighbor's solar panels or whether the traffic light down at the corner has got fluorescent light bulbs or something again. It's tearing me up 24/7. So I can't blame it on my neighbor's solar panels. Not much. So anyway, I got to get a portable radio out and start sniffing the neighborhood. So I don't. I'm not ready to wait 6 months to have something fixed, but I need to go sniff the problem first. So anyway, thanks for checking in. Let's see if Kevin's here tonight. KK6 and JPN.
6 JPN. Definitely here, I think. Yep. Why didn't that cancel? There we go. Trying to get rid of the sound here. Yep, thanks for joining the Nats again, Jim, and good evening to all the others as well. Today's project I'm working on a Grass Valley camera. It's one of the most modern ones I've got. It's a triax type of camera, and it's one of these. It can be on the shoulder, but it can also be put in a big frame, so that it could have an enormous lens on the front and a real viewfinder. And it had been dropped at some point, so I've been straightening out the metalwork using a 4-ton jack and various other things. I was a little afraid that the casting would break when I straightened it, but it didn't, so I was in luck. And now trying to get the viewfinder going, and it's one of the most complicated video display devices you can imagine. It has an I2C torque system back to the Tri-X receiver unit that sits under the camera, and I don't know whether that's the problem or the viewfinder itself. So the first thing was I removed the viewfinder and I searched high and low. I needed one of these, a 15 pin D connector to make a test lead to try it out. So at the moment I'm robbing an old board, so this poor board here has given up one of its 15 pin connectors to help me. So that's the project here today during the hotter part of the day. Concreting and bricklaying in the morning. KK6 JPN, back to you, Jim.
All right, Kevin. Thank you for checking in tonight. Good signal from you, and yeah, pouring concrete, you only do that early in the morning, especially in today's weather. So, let's see, this guy's around on Sundays. Let's see if he's around here tonight. WB6KWT. Okay, no Bob. Let's see. I know my neighbor Mike is around over the hill tonight. So let's go over to Owen, KK6Q. See what's new with him. Okay. Alright. I'm still Jim, K6SOE, doing the TV net here. And I just noticed that my whereby signal just went away. I'm not sure why, but we'll figure it out here momentarily. Let's go over to Jerry, KB6T, while I go twist some knobs here on the computer. Okay, well, I got my link to the hill back. I guess I had a burp in my internet connection to the hill. Alright, that's the list as I have it as far as video check-ins. Let's see if there's any Mr. Late. Mr. Late video check-ins come at this time. Alright, seeing none, and I think I got my remote connection back here. Let's go to audio check-ins. Audio check-ins for the ATV net, Alpha through November. Alright, let's go Oscar through Zulu. Oscar through Zulu. Okay, well, for all of you watching ATV, let me bring aboard our group from Southern California on the whereby scenario here. And if I do this right, I won't get too much feedback, so stand by on 2 meters and check us out here on ATV. So stand by ATN. All right. Gary, if you can hear me, you're up. You're up. You're up. You're up.
Evening, everybody up there in the back. Evening, everybody up there in the back. Evening, everybody up there in the back. Feedback, Jim. Feedback, Jim. Feedback, Jim. Anyway, everybody up there in the Bay Area is WC KVC in Southern California. Well, maybe it'll work now. You got the audio problem solved. If you guys can hear me, it's W6KVC. We watched the Tech Talk from a ham convention there. Mal from Missouri there, St. Louis area, put on a nice digital talk Saturday morning, which was 10:30 their time, 7:30 ours. So I had it out over ATN. It was also out over YouTube. Whatever, and then Mike Collis also put on a Tech Talk of the interconnection of all of our sites down here in Southern California. So I don't know if anybody was watching or not, but anyway, we had it on air at that hour of the morning from the ham convention back there in Dayton, Ohio, which is actually Xenia now there at the fairgrounds. So it was done thanks to Tom Board sending it back on Whereby. So pretty good. Nothing else going on out here real much. Got our DVB-T receiver back on there up there on the mountain, and we got a reset device that does a hard boot on it every night so it don't lock up into black screen. So far it's been working very well. So and there's also more and more stuff, interference coming up on the inputs to our repeater and whatever, and we're finding out that individuals selling Chinese radios on 434 and 435 and all these other deals, and they're on there yakking and tearing up our pictures. So it's another problem to solve. Anyway, all the information's been turned into ARL and also to the FCC, so we'll see what happens. These radios keep being sold to commercial entities, and they think they're GMRS or FRS or whatever. Well, they're right on the ham bands. We got that problem to resolve, so that's what's going on down here. So I don't know if you're having those sort of problems up there in your area, Jim, and whatever, but another issue to solve and try to get rid of so we can have good pictures. So far, our DVT pictures are doing pretty good, running 2 megs into input on the receive. So, but if you run analog or whatever, forget it. It takes out the sound and everything else. So back to you, Jim, W6KVC. Looks like you're up next.
Hey, Lee, give it a try there. K6SOE.
Yeah.
Jim, I heard you briefly, and then you cut out.
Okay. Okay, I'm here. We need to bring
Well, I see
Lee's
my picture
audio
up
up.
there, so
I can't hear
good
him.
evening, Jim. This is K0CCU Lee in Glendale, Arizona. Good evening to all the folks up there around the Bay Area. It's good to be and watch all the different things going on up there. And sounding good right now, Jim. Sounding really good. And hasn't been too much on over here today. It's still about 93 degrees. And it's dark. Been laying low here. Had a little bit of a little area taken off of the back of my ear yesterday, and so I've been kind of taking it easy. And it's completely clear of the little sea. So typical stuff from the sun around here. And when you're kind of light complected like I am, as a kid I sunburn every year. So anyway, pretty quiet over here. I keep thinking I ought to do something on ham radio. Just haven't got up the energy to do it today. So just I watched the news and fell asleep. So I don't know what they were talking about today, or maybe it was a flashpoint or something. Anyway, not a lot going on here, Jim. So we'll just kick her back over there to you. Dick says some MK0CC Lee in Glendale, Arizona. Back to you, Jim. When it's nice and quiet, Gary, that's when you want to go.
Yeah. Well, he muted the video coming back. That's
All right,
the
let's see
problem.
if I can add my audio.
Wonder who our
here
guest
before
is
we
that
get
doesn't
a
have
whole
your
bunch of
camera on.
feedback.
Who are you, guest?
Need to mute
W6
here,
KBC.
so. All right. Gary, thank you for checking in, and Lee, thank you for checking
Yes.
in. I think I had got the audio straightened out after a little bit of noise there, Gary. I've got too many knobs and switches here to make different combinations of feedback.
Did you do
So,
Ricky Ranger today?
I'm sorry
Gary?
that we have to go through this every week, but one of these days I'll figure out how to make it work.
Down there in Ricky
So.
Canyon called up.
Anyway,
Well, I don't have no hot
Thank
water.
you for being here.
Well,
Thank
anyway,
you for
the hot water heater door
adding to the
where his puppy
the
German
net.
Shepherds.
And at
kennels
this point in time,
where
we'll
they
see
got
if
into
there's
the
any
hot
other
water heater
video
and pour all,
additions
chewed up all the wires on the
before we
igniter
call the
system
net.
and the controller.
K6SOE,
we were able
Pittsburgh.
to
Okay. Not seeing any. We'll say 7-3. Invite everybody back to do this all over again. And we'll wish everybody a good week in ham radio. This is Jim, K6SOE, bringing repeaters to normal operation. 7-3.